Ayam nijah paro veti ganna laghu chetasam udar charitanam tu vasudeva kutumbakam. This is mine, that is his, say the small-minded. The wise believe that the entire world is a family. Dear children of Mother Earth, this Sanskrit quote from Maha Upanishad is not a spiritual philosophy, but a stark reality. And today, I would like to talk about this reality of oneness and how we can bring it to life. But before I proceed, I would like to set you the context. I would like to share some of my experiences. After COVID pandemic, when I moved to this village in Ladakh, I came across a very enlightening joke. That as humans, we are the only species that live on land but deposits their waste into water. I know it's not funny, but no wonder that our soils are depleted today and our waters polluted. But not just this. I came across also a very disturbing fact that with no fault of its own, Ladakh today is facing a massive threat from rapidly melting glaciers. In fact, not just Ladakh, whole Hindu Kush Himalayan region is facing this danger today. Well, as the most intelligent species on Earth, we forget two very fundamental truths. First, that our reality is all interconnected and interdependent, like a flower of life in an intricate balance. Second, we think of ourselves to be divided by borders, but forget that our actions ripple beyond them. Before I proceed, I would like us to take a moment and introspect that what is it that is making us act so unintelligent? Even when the UN chief remarked early this year that we have already arrived in the era of global boiling, we are still continuing with our destructive behaviors. What is it that is stopping all of us from taking real climate action? When I think about this deeply, it reminds me of our ancestral wisdom that has always warned us about the three poisons of mind: greed, jealousy, and ignorance. The sad reality today is that our socio-economic system perpetuates these very three poisons. It keeps us entangled in the unlimited monetary growth, because of which we continue to create hell within and around us. What makes me worried is not this crisis, but our insensitivity towards it. I think of my niece, who was born in 2021, and I'm on this stage today because of her. I want to give her and all other children like her a chance of a beautiful life that they deserve. But I cannot do this alone. I need your support. So are you with me? If yes, let's look at what we can do. How can we transition from our current trajectory of hell-being to well-being? Generally, when it comes to climate action, our conditioned approach is to blame others, to rely on governments or markets to change. But we forget that it is we individuals who, like drops forming an ocean, make up these systems. Therefore, the change has to start with us. We need to liberate our own consciousness from the habits that has been given by these systems to us. We need to realize that our socio-economic system is not God-given. We as humans have the power to redesign it. And we need to redesign it in a manner that it serves not just us, few of us, but everybody, including Mother Earth. And this is what I want to talk more about today. How can we recreate or redesign our socio-economic system so that it creates omni-well-being? You see, the fundamental role of economics as social sciences is optimal allocation of resources for the well-being of all. Imagine if I have a pile of chocolates here with me in the room, and I want to distribute this amongst all of you fairly. Can I do that first without counting how many of you here need the chocolates and how many chocolates do I have in the pile? I can't, right? Do you see that efficient management of resources requires accounting? And as many of you would know here, that no accounting is complete without a balance sheet. The problem today is that we have been taking our socio-economic decisions based on incomplete and fragmented nation-wide accounting. We ignore two very important things. Number one, Mother Nature, and number two, our oneness. The result is that at present, there is no mental map that can guide decision-making globally and locally, leading to unending geopolitical debates about who is right instead of what is right. To overcome, what we need is compilation of a One Earth balance sheet. Our economic accounting tools needs to evolve. As they say, what gets measured gets done. So let's now look at that what complete accounting can achieve. Unlike GDP, for which more consumerism is more prosperity, complete accounting tells us that unchecked consumerism actually results in less wealth. When we overindulge in our desires beyond our needs, we rob. We rob our fellow human beings and our future generation from their fair share of resources. Instead of pursuing unlimited monetary growth, complete accounting advises us to balance our needs, our population, within the Mother Earth's capacity to nurture us, so that we don't destroy the very core of our existence. And just wonder, isn't it balance that is at the cradle of all beauty, creation, and harmony? By the way, if you are seeing me wearing today nature, is because I share this stage with them today. By now, you may be wondering that, Sneha, this is all good in theory, but how can we put it into practice? My mentor, Tanshri Andrew Sheng, tells me that, Sneha, vision without execution is delusion. And I wanted to make sure that I'm not deluded. So I went on to research and found out that we have enough technological and accounting progress already that can help us make such a balance sheet. All we need is multilateral will and cooperation to do it. India's vision of One Earth, One Family at a recent multilateral summit gives me hope. This may seem to be a very challenging task, but as Confucius said, the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. So therefore, we can start small, we can start bottom up, We can begin by compiling water balance sheets, food balance sheets, energy balance sheets at village level, city level, and then integrate them together into a One Earth balance sheet. In fact, we have already started taking baby steps. We have already started compiling balance sheets for villages in Malaysia and India. And we found out, for example, in Himachal Pradesh, for a group of 20 villagers with 6 acres of empty cultivable land, that by planting just 2 acres of it, just 2 acres, they can achieve 90% food sufficiency, leading to about 25% savings in their annual income. Not just this, their apple consumption was 138 kgs in a year. And by planting just 8 to 10 apple plants, they can meet their needs locally at negligible cost. Believe me, compiling a balance sheet is not a difficult science. Even you can start today at your own city, village, or community level. And what we can do at the village level, we can also do at the global level. At present, our global meat consumption is 90% above the optimal amount. And if we choose to educate and account properly and balance it, we can return 75% of global agricultural land back to Mother Nature, ticking off majority of the Sustainable Development Goals. But taking decisions like this requires will, courage, and wisdom. The question is, will we gather enough will to change before it's too late? I know and I understand that the times that we are in are not easy. But it's also not the time that we give up hope. It's time to reclaim our intelligence and redesign our socioeconomic system so that it allows us all to thrive together as one earth, one family. Thank you and namaste.